back, everybody, to Horizon Zero Dawn. Last time we just finished the Daughter's Vengeance quest, where we tracked down Nakoa, freed her from a man named Zaid, and she subsequently took care of said Zaid. So now we need to continue on to the Karja capital of Meridian in order to get another lead on Olin, who's our only connection to find out who was really behind the massacre at the Proving. Alright, so quests. Yep, just City of the Sun. Okay, so Meridian should be here. Although, why don't we go around getting the tall necks? Because that way we can open up the map. I think that'd be the best idea, actually. So we'll go here, eventually go there. Nope, don't need that. Don't need that. Could use some of that. Just gonna chill in the background today. Gotta try and get over a mini migraine. It's called a headache. Anyone ever heard of it? Yeah, I typically get those when the weather changes. But don't worry about it, Salty. I'll try and keep my voice smooth and low, so it doesn't hurt as much.
I might need these.
I just dove into a shallow river. Here, kitty, 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 kitty. What is a volume option? There's another kitty. Hey, stop fighting. You're both on the same side.
shenanigans?
I have sawtooth fighting Ravagers. And my boys won. Okay, let me fix you. There should honestly be an achievement or a trophy of get so many monsters to fight each other. So long legs and Lanthorn. My chicken. Ow. Okay. I'm not too worried then. Alright, now... wants to go up here. Okay. May the American pilot never utter. Go dance with the angels. Alright. What we're doing is we're gonna try and remove all this cloud fog stuff by climbing all the tall necks. Is that, yes, this old stuff. Broadheads. There's the campfire. Save. You know what? I could use broadhead of my own. Trying to avoid as many machine fights as I can. What the fuck? Run, 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 run. I do not like things that pop out of ground. Fuck that. Give me the gun, kitty. Got gun, kitty. Tremors. Exactly. Come on, how do I... fuck. Okay, this place, I can jump on here. I just gotta... wait. While we're waiting, new machine appeared. But we didn't scan it, so, shit, we don't have it. Is that my... gun kitty? No, that's a watcher. Alright.
Alright. Now I just have to reach his head.
And not get shot at. Now this is an interesting one. Just walk around the or climb around the radar dish. All right. So a lot more new things. We've got major settlement there, major settlement here. A bayonet camp there. Corrupted zones. Hunter's Lodge here. And a cauldron. Interesting. Now let's go this way. They have wheels. In fact, the technology level of the human civilizations right now are higher than what they should be. Due to the presence of the machines.
Not too much already.
I need to find a... But most of the technology is from our civilization. Horizon Zero Dawn takes place after something happened to our civilization. These are the... There is a disaster that ended our civilization, but life survived, and but the machines that we're walking around appear to be from our civilization. These humans didn't make them.
Faster if you just come out.
All right. Mechanized Monster Hunter World. That's not an inaccurate statement. And in fact, in Monster Hunter World, there was a limited time kind of event where you could make Aloy's outfit and weapons. And even dress up your Palico as a watcher. Okay, the two new monster or machines. Trampler, row override. When threatened, it will run circles around its target using fire explosive attacks. The Trampler is basically a bison. The body is weak to ice, but strong against fire. Excavation horns. Destroying these components disables the excavation horn's attack. It's got power cells in the back. If you hit it with shock arrows, it will detonate. And the processing unit. Destroying this component disables the fire-based attacks and triggers an explosion, burning everything in the area. Gives you metal shards, metal vessels, sparker, wires, machine cores, luminous braiding, tramplers, and a trample heart. And then we have this fucker. The Rock Breaker. Sensitive to sound, this massive machine burrows underground and surfaces with devastating force. It's got the body, which is weak to ice, strong against fire. 4 digging arms. Destroying these components disables the ability to burrow underground. It's got exhaust ports, which are basically critical hit spots. And a fuel sac. Destroying that component disables the ranged elemental attack. Gives you shards, crystal braiding, lens, heart, blaze, core, and echo shell. Shit. God, Jesus, da. Oh God! Oh shit, there's a second one. God. Got it. One down. Two down. Holy shit. Oh, that was a intense fight. 2 rock breakers.
Full already.
This is something on the Discord. And let's keep heading towards that tall neck. Oh, wow. I don't like fighting rock breakers. I will fight a Thunderjaw over a rock breaker. But 2 of them? That's just so painful.
I'll tuck that away.
Rockbreaker Squadron has entered the round table. So we got an incoming convoy. Come here, chicken, 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 chicken. Best way to take out a convoy is to turn their escorts against them. That's a good birdie.
I'll find a use for you.
What's this new quest here?
Find help.
Easy now. What's your name? What happened?
Hackard. Find help for Pitchcliff. The Glindhawks keep attacking. They'll kill my brother. Everyone.
Not if I have anything to say about it.
Well, he's dead. Death from the skies. Which is actually a little bit out of our way. Since we're going for the tall necks.
These will keep.
Also, I've been making a shit ton of arrows. I should probably get some ridgewood. What the hell is that? A behemoth. Looks like it's made after a rhino. Sky overrides. Charges and overruns targets with great bulk or uses lifting engines to launch rocks at range. The body has no weaknesses and is strong against shock damage. The crate holders are weak to everything, and destroying this component will detach the cargo container. It's got a freeze canister in the back, which you can detonate. Force loaders near the shoulders. Destroying these components disables lifting attacks. And on the spine, it's got a power cell. They give you chill water, echo shell, sparker, metal shards, braiding, lens, heart, and cores. And they are weak to tear for the most part. Well, I'm just going to let that convoy pass. Snap moths. Corrupted zone discovered. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, there's a second one. Luckily, corrupted ones don't respawn once they die. God damn it. Burn! Rock breakers suck! I need meat for that. Great.
I can't spare the weight.
Oh. Come here, kitty, kitty, kitty.
That's for later.
You like that? The chibi? I have a gun, kitty. Isn't he cute? Yeah, the chibi CFA there is May's design, and I'm thankful she let me use it. More gun kitties. Bang that door. Well, I mean, I asked her, but it didn't take all that much convincing. All she wanted in return was credit and a link to her Redbubble store on my Twitch page, so I was like, done and done. Ah. Going for the meme. Fair enough. Well, how am I gonna get down there without, instantly dying?
Praise the sun.
After this tall neck, we should probably head back to a town so I can sell my shit. There's the tall neck.
My focus is receiving another signal. That must be the tall neck sending the signal.
But there's people.
I need to find a way up to the tall neck's head.
Boom. Headshot. Alright, so if we're going against human adversaries, stealth seems to be the word of the day.
It looks like they're trying to capture the tall neck.
That was a good shot if I do say so myself. Come on, get up. Fine. Don't get up. Garrus would be proud. Actually, let's get another arrow, just to make sure. There we go. And a corruptor, too. Fuck. Fuckface. Burn! Headshot. Are you now? Hey, guess what I found? Ha! It'll go burnt. Bam!
I give up. The shadow doesn't leave me
Oh, this is so much fun. we go. I think that's all of them. Yeah. She's just like leaning all the way back like, oh my god, this is so heavy.
This should be a good spot for jumping onto the tall neck.
And I think I've killed everybody here.
Made it. Now to climb up to its head.
Not exactly. I mean, they were through the corruptor. But no one's controlling the tall necks. They just do whatever the hell they want. But yeah, the main bad guys are able to control machines through the corruptors. Kind of like how I can override machines myself. Alright. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and travel here. And head to the capital of Meridian. Because there's bound to be places where I can sell my junk. Okay, Thunderjaw. I'm out. Although... Tormented giveaway. Splatter Central is giving away passcode to Tormented 666. Today's giveaway is sure to please diehard Tormentors. Passcodes to sneak peek Tormented 666 free of charge. Experience the latest installment of Joe Knoll's seminal Splatter Hollow franchise alongside a review staff. Rumor is 666 pours the gore. So grab one of these 66 free passes by screaming, I want to get splattered to splatsend.hollow and data corrupted. The giraffe things look like they had an accident with the Starship Enterprise. I can see that. there's a spire. So we're definitely getting close to Meridian. Let's see, what do we unlock here? So Pitch Cliff is here. Looks like there's another settlement here. That's Day Tower. So we've got one more tall neck in the main area. And 2 more cauldrons. And there's one tall neck in the cut, but that's Frozen Wild DLC. Actually, it looks like there's something here. I'm gonna go check it out. Glenn talks.
Damn.
Fuck. Die, you Glenn Hawk.
I dropped it!
Oh, Jesus. Stupid fucking Glenn Hawks. Hey, what's up? Oh, there's a quest up here. And looks like a settlement. I can sell shit!
I prefer the one about the sun priest falling in love with a merchant's daughter. Hope you're in for a treat. Quite a show.
Merchant. Okay, sell that. And I don't think I need this many sparkers. There we go. by, trap some potions. There we go.
I can always use these.
Ah, waste of time. Show was better last week.
Why the sun? I'm hoping for a better day tomorrow.
Don't bother me, Outlander. I don't need a mercenary, I need a miracle. Someone who can tell me who slaughtered my men.
I'm a good tracker. Maybe I can help. What happened?
Mass murder. That's what. 5 night guards shredded like cabbage out there in the quarry.
5 men murdered? How?
Don't know. One was a buddy from before the liberation. We worked this quarry together as slaves for the Mad King. Nothing. May he walk forever in the light, knew how to fight. Fiends who did this must have had stealth or numbers.
Could machines have killed them?
Don't see how. The quarry is fenced and gated, and I've never seen a Glinthawk do anything like this.
Anything strike you as strange or out of the ordinary?
Well, let's see, oh yeah, chunks of corpses, gushing blood. Sorry. Pressure's getting to me. Not used to murder. Nah, nothing unusual. Well, except we've been doing a little blasting lately, and Saravad said, no, that's just stupid.
You've been using explosives?
Sure, clear away bedrock and get to the good stuff. We do it for a week or so every year. But that's got nothing to do with the dead. They were torn apart, not blown up.
What exactly did Saravad say?
Ah, nothing. Kept babbling about a pile of rocks out there. Said he didn't remember it from yesterday. I told him that this here is a quarry, where we move rocks all day. So rocks getting moved ain't so surprising, lunkhead.
Okay, so we've got 5 dead guards. No signs of forced entry. This is a quarry. You've been blasting. I know what this is, and I don't want to fight it.
I know what killed those men. A machine that attacks from underground. It's called a rock breaker. Powerful sounds can attract them, like explosions for clearing bedrock.
An underground killing machine. Great. What in the name of the sun am I supposed to do about that?
Just sit tight. This kind of thing is my specialty.
I don't want to do this, but I have to. Gotcha! You bastard. Okay. Let's talk to the guy. Get our reward for killing another rock breaker. Seriously, fuck those machines.
I've never seen a machine like that. Whoa! Nor a hunter so bold. Take this. It's from the quarry stores, but no one's gonna argue that you don't deserve it. May you walk in the light, friend. Especially when dealing with what comes up from the ground.
Oh, wonderful!
Yay! We did it.
Yeah, this isn't up to their usual standard.
Ooh. I need meat, okay. Ah! Collectibles are on the thing, are on the maps now. Okay, that's cool. Figures I can't kill the ones in the village.
In for a treat. It's quite a show.
I think that's Meridian right there. Success! Now we can get that map. Yeah. On to Meridian. Gonna save at the campfire here.
I'm sorry for the wait, but all goods entering the city are subject to search.
This is outrageous. We're loyal citizens. How long do we have to wait? What am I supposed to do? Just sit here and let everything spoil?
I thought Meridian was open to all Carja.
What happened to Ursa has nothing to do with us.
What happened to Ursa?
It's always the ones you least
What's going
expect
on
that
here?
cause you trouble.
Owen's in there, somewhere. And so's Erend, that other Outlander I talked to the night before the proving. Erend said he'd introduce me to his sister if I visited Meridian. Said she was captain of the Vanguard.
Cheat you as look at you.
City's locked down. Murder. Good luck getting through, Outlander.
It's always the merchants. Who says that? I'll be broke in a month.
Halt! Stop right there. In light of the recent attack, no stranger passes into Meridian without submitting to search.
Recent attack? What are you talking about?
The murder of Captain Ursa and her vanguards, of course. Ambushed by Shadow Carja forces in Redridge Pass.
Shadow Carja.
You mean Erend's sister is dead?
How would you know his name?
I know Erend. Summon him. I need to speak to him.
Ha! I doubt that Erend, the new captain of the Vanguard, a man in grief, is going to waste his time on a grimy Outlander.
Aloy! Hey, you're alive! I thought you were dead. Make way, make way!
All the way to Meridian just to see me?
Have you been drinking?
Ah, not really. A little. So, you're alive. We should celebrate. The drink's on me.
We need to talk, alone, and you need to pull it together.
Over there.
So you approve?
Of course I approve. From now on, she may come and go from this city as she pleases.
As you wish, sir.
There. Alone as you asked. And what did you want to tell me?
You're drunk, aren't you? Also, by the way, thanks for the host, Fettel.
A lot has happened since we last spoke. The proving was attacked by a group of killers. Not many of us survived.
We were in the village when we heard explosions up on the mountain. Some of your braves came back, said most of the contestants were dead. I've never heard such a wail of grief as the sound that rose up from your people. How did you survive?
How I survived is less important than how I was targeted.
Targeted? What do you mean?
The killers came for me because of Owen.
What are you talking about? That doesn't make sense.
Well, about that, you know that thing on my ear?
I need to find Owen. I need to know what he knows.
But he's a friend.
No, he's a traitor. I don't know who the killers are or what they want, but I do know that Owen is working with them.
But, I mean, this...
I don't need you to understand, Erend. I just need you to take me to him.
He's not here. He went scrounging for scrap and relics days ago. Could be anywhere.
Are there any places he frequents, places he returns to?
A house. Here in Meridian.
Okay, then take me there. I need to search it.
I guess. As long as I'm there to witness the search.
I mean, I guess. Also, what happened to your sister
I know what
there?
happened to Ursa. I'm sorry. I know she was special to you.
Special to me? Special to everyone. She always knew what to do. She bossed everyone around. She kept me in line. Now I'm supposed to fill her shoes. And instead, here I am, stumbling around in them.
I lost someone too. At the proving, the man who raised me. His name was Rost.
My father.
That's terrible. But why is it every time something terrible happens, everyone else tells you the worst thing that ever happened to them, as though that makes it easier?
Yeah, why is that?
Anyway, there was something you wanted to tell me?
The reason why people share a time that they lost someone is to let the other person know that they're not alone. It does make you feel better a little bit to know that someone else at least understands what you're going through, but, you know, what do I know?
I need to see Owen's place. Now.
Okay. Come on.
Empathy, exactly.
So many people here all talking at once. How does anyone think?
I don't. I just drink.
I just drink.
Girl, is she a moron?
Apparently they're letting anyone into the city these days.
Shut your fucking mouth.
That must be the spire. It's huge.
Oh yeah, I love this game. Although I'm going to be acting like I don't know what's going on, because I'm...
Year after year, why does he spare those who enslaved and tortured and butchered? Erend, you should want vengeance more than anyone. Your own sister, murdered, and her death, unavenged?
One more word, you scorched out slag, and I'll throw you in jail myself! Now get out of here, or I'll give you all a kick in the ass!
What did he mean about Ursa's murder?
Not now.
Feral machines scared their own shadows.
Yeah, this is like my 6th playthrough, but I'm play acting as though it's my first, because not everyone in my chat has played this, so I want them to experience it the first time.
Okay, how are we gonna get in?
Hence the no spoiler tags.
Oh, that was subtle.
Here we are. Try not to break anything. Other than the door.
Well, I didn't break the door, that was you.
One man.
It pays to have connections in the Sun King's court.
Well, thank you for that, James. What the?
The corner of this rug is frayed. And if we're near it is worn. Let's see what's underneath.
Hey, how did that get here?
Question is, how to get through it.
Without a key, you won't. That's a vault hatch of Ozeron make. Nothing gets through.
We'll see about that.
I mean, it's made of wood, so... Alright. That didn't work. So I can't light it on fire. Shame.
Call it a day, girl.
Oh, thank you, Nugget. Okay, so let's see here. Family portrait.
That looks like a picture of Owen's family.
It's got a wife and a child. Wonder where they are.
A lot of metal here. Could be just what I need.
And there's the vault.
Looks big and heavy. Could do a lot of damage if it fell down. Let's give it a little push.
I did say not to break anything, didn't I?
That's okay, Starscream. Do I want to know what that video you're watching was, Starscream? Okay, dokie. Let's journal. Map.
Serve and they live. Disobey, and I will open their throats and leave their corpses to prune in the sun.
Blackmail.
They took his wife and child captive.
They? Who's they?
The killers. They told him to obey or they'd kill his family.
Well, at least we have a motive. I'm not sure I want to know anymore, Starscream.
A map. The glyphs showed places he visited. Looks like Olin kept a journal.
Olin? I knew he could read contracts, but I never took him for a poet.
No doubt now. Olin knew I was targeted.
Okay, scan glyph. 4th day. I am a traitor now, and see no way out. If I start at the beginning, how they turned me, perhaps I can see something I missed? No, there is no escape. What good can writing it do? 10th day. You gave me this folio when you taught me to write. All these years later, it still smells of you. Lavender and ash of the forge. All I have left of you. Write me notes, you said when you gave me it. Share your thoughts, tear the leaves and the pages, to show I'm thinking of you. But I never did. Hands too grubby to touch the parchment. How I wish I had done as you said. How I wish I could now. 15th day. Same dream. Your hair in the forge light. Our son's weight on my shoulders. All of us free. You turn to me and whisper, "It is a dream." I answer, "Yes, I know." And then wake. Alone. Even awake, my life is a dream. A lie. My treachery will not buy your freedom. It only buys time. But every moment you live, that he live, if treachery is the cost, I will pay it. 34th day. Every week the device calls me in secret to a new dig site. We work like men with whips to our backs, as though it was left to us to upturn the soil of the entire earth, and time has run low, scrabbling to find the carcasses of ancient demons. It's the weapons they want. Must be. What misery am I helping birth into this land? 38th day. I drink with Erend and Ursa, but not even the sweetest brew can wash away the taste of guilt from my mouth. Every day my silence betrays them. The villains watch through the device. I keep expecting Ursa to stick a blade through my throat. But fire and spit, she does not suspect me. A better liar than I thought myself, I must be. 54th day. Fitful sleep the past 3 nights, thinking on that Nora girl. Why did it order her killed? The device must be. Even so, what threat could she pose? We heard explosions and distant screams from the village. I thought the savages might blame us, turn on us. I almost wished for it. But their matriarchs ordered us gone. We fled to the border with an escort of braves, crossed at Day Tower. Now I am called to a dig in the rock wreath. They promise another glimpse of you, our son. Or of our son. How I hope to see you both. Just like The Witcher, but this has more reading. Well, unlike The Witcher, most of the reading is relevant, in my opinion, is a little bit more relevant to the world building. I mean, The Witcher reading is relevant as well, but I think this one's a little bit more relatable because it's our world and what came after.
There's your proof. Read the last page. He writes about meeting me and the order to kill me.
He called himself a friend. That backstabbing cheat. How did you learn to read glyphs? And these things that you see, how do you do it?
The focus. It reveals the unseen.
And Olin's focus is the same?
The device is the same, but somehow Olin and the killers can speak to each other with their focuses over distances. And see through each other's focuses too. Like looking through each other's eyes.
So that's how the killers saw you? Through Olin?
Yes, so far as I can tell. Now that I know where to find Olin, I should be on my way.
All by yourself?
Leave it to me. I'm faster on my own.
Wait. If that device lets you see the unseen...
Out of the way, Erend.
I'm asking you to help me, Aloy. I need to know who killed Ursa. Not just the Shadow Karja army, I know that, but the exact soldiers who did it.
I'm sorry about your sister, but that's your war, not mine.
Don't act like this isn't personal. You came here hunting the people who nearly killed you, who massacred your people. Why should you have justice and not me? Look, I'll head for Red Ridge Pass, where Ursa's body was found, and wait for you there. A few minutes of your focus is all I need. Don't make me beg.
Red Ridge Pass, you said. I'll see what I can do.
Yes, this is the same Erend that was flirting with me at the proving. But Erend's a good man. He's just awkward. That's all. Okay, we've got a lot of things to do here at Meridian. Not quote-unquote a good man. He is. Trust me. Right now, all he wants is vengeance for his sister. And I think we're going to go and do that. Field of the Fallen. First, let's at least get these side quests.
Just a moment of your time, please. You're the one the Vanguard has been crowing about. The Nora who tracks criminals and traitors with her second sight. If only you'd use it to help me. A thief raided my home and took my brother's sword.
I wasn't spoiling anything, Nugget.
Tell me about the robbery. Don't leave anything out.
It was brazen and professional. They took only the sword, my most valuable possession. The thief went out through the window and scared the shadow off my steward. Otherwise, it would have been a clean getaway.
I know you were joking, but seriously, if I do end up spoiling something, call me out on it. No spoilers applies to the streamer as well as the chat, after all.
Why would someone steal the sword?
It's priceless. Made from the burnished antler of a lancehorn, finely inlaid with studded stones all down the...
Okay, I get it.
Forgive me. That's not even why it's important. The 12th Sun King gave it to my brother for his military service. He was killed in battle during the liberation. I was saving it for my nephew who's stranded at Sunfall with the Karja in Shadow.
Thank you, Starscream.
How did your nephew wind up in Sunfall?
Most of the old clergy backed the Mad Sun King, so when he fell, they ran out of fear of retribution. As an honor guard to a venerable priest, my nephew had no choice but to go with them. Now that my brother is gone, my nephew is my heir, so that sword really belongs to him. And after all he's been through, I won't be able to look him in the face if I don't get it back.
I'll see what I can do about the robbery.
Have a word with my steward if you need to. He saw the thief escape. And listen, all I want is the sword back. Meridian, and my family for that matter, has seen enough strife already. If I can get it back, all is forgiven. No retribution necessary.
Fair enough.
Smells like nothing I've ever smelled before. Is that some kind of spice?
How do I get to that exclamation point?
I like to case hunting. Right now?
Machines of bandits try to
How do I get to that? Chibi Nosferatu with presumably Chibi EML. That must be the hunting lodge right there. Here we go. The Sun Faith. 7 Articles of the Sun Faith. 1. Over all the world rises and sets the great sun, as is plainly seen to all animals, yada yada yada. Okay, this is basically just the Karja Nicene Creed.
I imagine.
Or Apostles' Creed.
Lenora, I'm the mournful Naman. My apologies that we meet like this.
Like this.
In grief, you hold yours close, like a talisman. Wait, forgive me. You didn't come for reparations? Someone you lost to the Sun Ring?
No. I know about the Red Raids, but the Karja owe me nothing.
I see. Well, I could use the help of a strong-willed outlander. Then I would owe you very much indeed. These people seek to honor their loved, their lost, with their own voices, not mouthing Karja rituals to Karja stone. But there are obstacles. While Meridian holds its breath for any disturbance, these robes only tie my hands.
What kind of obstacles?
The first pilgrim is an Oseram who seeks to visit the Shrine of Kings on the road to the city. He waits there now, forbidden to enter by an old sun priest who suffer no heathen. This Utaro lost her companion on the edge of the jewel. at a pool where snap moths gather. A shrine was built there to ward off the machines, yet its effectiveness leaves much to be desired. And the Banuk would paint a mark on the sun's climb, a call to the machine spirits, I understand. They need no beckoning. Flint hawks perch there, drawn to the spire's shining.
So, clear the machines out of 2 shrines and move a priest out of the other.
All I can ask for is your charity and that their stories are heard.
Lamon, rituals and prayers can't bring back those who are lost.
No, but it can help those who grieve to find themselves. It can lend them strength and hope, like a new sunrise.
I didn't think your priesthood would ask outsiders for help.
If only the sun would set on our pride. Until this is done, I am no sun priest. To wear a red robe was an aspiration. I aspired. Now our hoods make us blind. We whisper reconciliation, but forget how the old king's priests sang the words and blessed the killing.
The killing? You mean the Red Raids?
Yes. And the sacrifices that came after.
Why did the priests go along with all that bloodshed?
Sometimes we Karja are more concerned with what is tradition than what is right.
Huh. Maybe the Karja and Nora aren't so different. You're disappointed with the Sun Priests, but you still wanted to be one?
I spent my whole life looking up to the temple. My brother's voice echoing in its arches. Even he couldn't turn me away, and how he tried. In the end, he said, when we were loved, our robes were dyed in cinnabar. Now they are stained in blood.
How so?
Our robes are handed down to us. Most of the old priests fled rather than be seen in the glare of a new sun. And so we are left to wear their sins. For me, at least, they hang heavy.
Where is your brother now?
He waits for me on the trail of the sun, I hope. He spoke out against the sacrifices. For a priest to question the Sun King's will, his punishment was worst of all.
You lost someone you loved, too. I'm sorry.
No, not lost. When I took on these robes, I found his memory.
Oh,
all right.
like those in the frozen morning.
To honor their memories is to honor us all.
Well, we'll have to do that sometime. Yep. Definitely the Crusades.
Who are they?
Able-bodied adventurers, preferably with no friends. Hi there, Outlander. Name's Vilgund. Did you come to the city looking for work? Oh, good shards. Enough to buy garb more becoming of your...
Okay, stop there if you want me to hear you out.
I only meant a well-molded woman such as you. I heard an interesting rumor about a Banuk camp. Tame machines, the rumor said. So I hired men to investigate. Just investigate, that's all. Those Banuk are canny, too canny. I paid up front. Well, half up front. I've had no word back.
So now you're hiring someone to find the last men you hired.
They're a sunk cost. This rumor's worth more to me.
So is there any more to the rumor about this camp?
The last bunch just wanted to know about the reward. Hey, you're a smart one. This camp isn't even big enough for a name up where the snow won't thaw. They say the Banuk there live alongside machines. Peaceful as you like. Keep them, use them, sing to them. If it's true, if we learned how they do it, think how valuable that would be to all the tribes.
When you say valuable, you mean they'd pay you for it.
Girl, I'm not made of straw.
What can you tell me about the Banuk?
The Banuk women. Snow witches all. Cold eyes, cold... They choose to live up there in Ban-Ur, in the ice. Trying to have a conversation, it's like chipping them out of the stuff. They prefer machines for company. That's why I'm putting my shards on this rumor.
Then they might not want outsiders to know about this place.
Their mystic act. No care for possessions or luxuries. Pile of slag. Those people bargain harder than the winter frost.
Are you some kind of merchant? You don't seem to have any wares.
More of an explorer.
But you send other people to do your exploring.
All right, more of an opportunist. Girl. Nora girl. Huntress. We live in a world of opportunities. Risky opportunities. But why should risk stand in the way of a lucrative prospect for the likes of me? All right. I'm more of a gambler.
You're an armchair explorer. I wanted to explore, but I want to do it from the comfort and safety of Meridian. So I'll have other people do it for me.
If I did look into your rumor...
You won't need to climb up the shoulders of the world for it. It's on the edge of Banuk land, beneath the anvil of the moon. You look like you know your way around the savage east. The east.
Nice save.
If it's true they walk among machines without fear in this camp, well, you can't miss that, can you? Payment on return.
Fucking creep.
You need to win 3 half-suns at our hunting grounds to gain admittance to the lodge.
You mean these?
Very well, then. Congratulations, and welcome. Our members reap rewards and adventure and live on in legend.
Am I a member now?
No, you're only a fledgling. Junior members are called thrushes. To join and become a thrush, you need a senior member called a hawk to sponsor you.
So I need to find a hawk.
Yes, but a hawk can only sponsor 1 hunter at a time, and I'm afraid most of them already have one.
I've overcome worse odds. Where do I start?
Upstairs, present yourself to the Sunhawk Assis, our leader, who should introduce you to a hawk. I hope it's worth it.
What do you mean?
You'll see.
Can't you?
If you insist on staying, you'll want to introduce yourself to Assis upstairs. Go on.
But you're nice. I want to talk to you more. Fine.
By the sun! King Avad's edict really is taking effect. Never thought I'd see a Nora here, and a woman at that. So, you have marks for me?
Marks?
From the hunting grounds. Oh, right. You're new here.
What edict?
King Avad insisted that the Hunter's Lodge had to welcome everyone. Man, woman, outlander, regardless of tribe. Ursa, captain of the vanguard, came in and delivered that news personally. You should have been there. It was glorious. But I figured they would sweep it under the rug and say no woman or outlander qualified. Yet here you are.
Are you a member?
Me? No. Karja don't exactly encourage their daughters to run around hunting machines. But all the changes in Meridian have been good to me. I don't think the Oseram know how to sell to us Karja. The trader I worked for last couldn't sell flowers to a bee. He was too plain-hammered, as they like to say. This is a much better job. I figure I'll be able to open my own shop soon enough.
The Osram are too blunt to sell to Karcha. That's awesome.
What do you want with my marks?
You hunters and your badges. I'm not going to take them. I'm going to give you a weapon that sets you apart.
Oh.
I thought that'd get your attention. If you earn marks in all 3 trials at each of the 5 hunting grounds, come to me. I can give you up to 3 weapons. 1 for 15 half-suns, 1 for 15 full suns, and 1 you'll love for all blazing suns.
Okay.
What do I do with these marks?
If you get the same mark from all the hunting ground trials, I can give you a Hunter's Lodge weapon. Show me what marks you've earned, and we'll see if you qualify for one of these special weapons I have for you.
I'm a little short on marks.
No problem. Once you have marks from all 15 trials, you'll be able to get the next Hunter's Lodge weapon from me.
Alright. Bylaws of the Lodge. Let's see how long it is. Okay. Even fictional legalese. Okay. Yep. No. Give me the Cliff Notes version of it.
I'm a member. Go bother the other sludges and leave me alone.
Asshole. Ooh. Someone killed a Thunderjaw and made it a statue. It's like the Jurassic Park Visitor Center. It's the Thunderjaw and the T-Rex skeleton in the Visitor Center. I love it. There's even the sloping staircases around it. Okay, so there's nothing there. Legendary hunts. In the summer of the 4th year in the reign of the Sun King Marzid, did Farquaad, son Hawk of the Lodge, behold a herd of grazers, so vast that it filled an entire vale below the far back. His bow was a harp that day, strumming the melody of the hunt from noon to twilight. After one could not walk a single step across the glen without tripping on the antler of the fallen. It took all 7 hawks and all 7 thrushes to gather the trophies, and with the bounty from their barter, the last wing in the lodge was raised. In the winter of the 7th year, in the reign of the Sun King Hivas, did Darsiv, Hawk of the Lodge, stalk a herd of tramplers from the Sunwhisper Valley to the foothills of the Pale Reach. Bombs from his sling fell as hailstones, freezing his prey and the waters of the ford. While the others stood as statues in ice, Hivas set upon the largest, driving his spear between its plates and taking his trophy before the rest could even stir. In the spring of the 3rd year, okay, so this one was a sawtooth. Okay. From twilight to midnight, the battle raged. His left arm chewed ragged. Oh, eesh. Gilead go against stalkers. Huh. Ah, so Assis was the one that brought in the Thunderjaw. Red Maw. Right, okay. Assis.
Excuse us. The machine rider graces us with her presence. You're a Nora, are you not? A fighter from the savage lands.
The sacred land, but yes. I fought for everything I got.
Huh. Tell me, do the Nora often wander into other people's homes and do whatever they like?
Of course not.
But that is what you're doing, right now. Stinking up our lodge, pestering your betters.
You're hardly my better. Legan said I had to meet you to become a member.
That would be true if there were any chance of you becoming a member. But you're a savage. A savage will rise in the ranks of the Hunter's Lodge, while I am the Sun Hawk. Now be gone.
No. I was led to believe there are rules here. If they count for nothing, then even your position is meaningless. So quit blustering and tell me. Is there a hawk who is free to sponsor me?
Very well. Talana is free. Wouldn't that be fitting? Trash sponsoring trash. Now get out of my sight.
I really want to. Should I do it? It wouldn't do anything.
Here, Talana? Assis said you were a hawk without a fledgling to sponsor. Or are you trying to drive me off too? It's okay, I've dealt with worse.
I'll bet you have. But you're wrong. It's not okay. Especially not today.
Today?
One of our own just died fighting Red Maw. You'll never face a more dangerous Thunderjaw. Cuts through trees, rocks, people.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's part of the hunt.
Is there any actual hunting in this lodge? So far, it's been all talk.
Yes, of course. You fight a machine, then bring its trophy to Assis the Sunhawk, then no one can deny you brought it down.
Assis, what's his story?
He's the Sunhawk of the lodge. The highest ranking asshole. Sorry. He's taken down Ravagers, Stalkers, Behemoths.
So, I've taken down a lot of machines.
As have I. Even brought down 2 Stormbirds. But he's a hawk who brought in the trophies first. That's how it works. Whichever hawk defeats the greatest machine first becomes a Sunhawk.
How does one become a hawk?
When a hawk dies, his thrush is promoted in his place, no matter how anyone feels about it.
Who is this Legan, the man at the door?
Legan? He's a hawk. He had an impressive run in his day, but he doesn't fight anymore. He supports the lodge in other ways. Unlike the other hawks, who hoard all the best kills and drink the bar dry.
I'm ready to hunt, so tell me, what do I have to do?
You want them to regret looking down on you? Then speak to them in their language. Kill 3 Sawtooths, 2 Ravagers, and a Stalker. Deliver their trophies directly to Assis. That should shut them all up.
So if I do that, you'll sponsor me?
I'll consider it. Just to make Assis spoil.
I like her. She's got spunk. But right now we do need to head Up north.
And he's in trouble.
Give it everything you got.
I'm glad that's over with. Thanks for the help. Come on over here and have a word.
Hold on, I'm picking up my trophies.
Come on, what are you waiting for?
Do you see all this crap on the ground?
What, you don't feel like talking?
I feel like cleaning my kills first. Oop, medicine.
Hey, seriously, we need to talk.
I know. Now we can.
What are you doing out here all alone? Where are your men?
I'm not gonna risk their lives. I don't mind putting my worthless ass on the line, but not theirs. Sorry I had to drag you into it.
Don't worry. This is just an average day for me. You know, take down some machines, track some killers.
Right. I'd hate to see it busy. Ready to get started?
Are you sure you're all right?
Well, I'm sober, so no.
Well, I'm glad you're thinking straight at least.
Don't get used to it.
Tell me exactly what happened to Ursa. Start from the beginning.
No one knows for sure. She left in the middle of the night with a few of her best men.
Her best men? But she didn't bring you?
No. I'd been drinking a lot. Or maybe she thought... damn, I don't know. I couldn't hack it. Search parties found their bodies the next day, and the corpses of some Shadow Karja cowards. It was an ambush. The Shadow Karja are animals. They beat her so bad we can't even show her face before burial.
I'm so sorry, Aaron.
Yeah, well, when I find the soldiers who did this, they'll be sorry too.
You don't have any idea why she left in the middle of the night?
No. But it must have been urgent. A message, a report of some new Shadow Karja threat, I don't know.
Why would the Shadow Karja do this?
Because they hate us. And Ursa most of all. She teamed up with Avad to kick their asses out of Meridian. They've been licking their wounds for 2 years, but they finally found a way to get back at her.
Alright, well, we're not gonna find her find her killers by, just talking.
Alright. Show me where Ursa fell, and I'll do what I can to help.
Come on, follow me.
Carja territory?
No. They broke the ceasefire as soon as they set foot in the cleft. Almost there. Hey, this is it. Where the ambush happened. Our soldiers have been over it, but maybe that fancy artifact of yours can find a clue or something? Please.
There must be Shadow
I need to
Carja
find the
armor.
bastards that did this.
These look like drag marks. Arrows scattered there. Those bloodstains, not the kind that would pull around the corpse.
Okay, so let's examine the spear.
Sharp. Never seen action. They look like smears. Strange. Not a scratch on it. They look good as new. Never fired. Did someone move a body through here?
What do you see there?
The stain forms a line, as if blood dripped off the edge of something, like a cart. See? Cart tracks. I think someone moved the bodies here, then scattered them across the field.
Wait. Are you saying the dead found here were killed somewhere else? But why would the Shadow Carja do that?
At this point, I'm not taking it for granted that the Shadow Carja are responsible.
Of course they were.
Well, let's follow these tracks and find out.
This looks to me like stage. We have a bunch of arrows never fired, evidence of bodies being posed here, and Shadow Carja weapons and armor that have never, or that have seen as just as much action as a French military rifle. Never used, dropped once. Sorry, I couldn't resist the French joke. Sacré bleu! Okay.
I get why they wanted Ursa dead. But why fake an ambush?
There's more to this, and we're gonna figure it out.
Ancient vessel.
These guys aren't Shadow Carja. They're from my tribe, the Asaram.
Is this how your people usually greet each other?
I sure hope not.
Fall back and circle around. What's that?
What's
I think
what?
they're calling in machines. Get ready.
Hit them till they can't hit back.
Ravager! Yes! Got the cannon. Have fun.
Asaram, not Shadow Karja. Looks like I was wrong about everything, as usual. Please, use that second sight of yours. I have to know what really happened.
I'm on it.
You were wrong because you didn't have access to the whole story. That's not your fault, Aaron. Ooh, Ravager trophy. Okay.
Those rocks, they're shattered. What are those leather straps? So much blood. Looks like you could mount some equipment on that thing. A lot of people died here. A massacre. Armor straps, cut with a knife. And a rock with blood on it.
Huh.
Something hit these stones. Something I've never seen before. There, by the tripod. A used power cell.
This is Ursa's helmet. I thought she died in the field below, but must have been here. All this trickery. For what? Feels like it's just to torture me.
I have a theory. But it takes a little imagination.
So far, your theories are better than other people's facts.
All right. I think the Oseram ambushed Ursa and her men with a new weapon. They mounted it on that tripod up there. It fires waves of force, maybe sound. Looks like it cracked the stone there. I think it paralyzes people instead of killing them. It dropped the vanguard right there. No blood on their weapons. No fight.
Then why paralyze them if you're only gonna move them and gut them?
They were trying to hide something. Look here, a bloody rock.
That they used to smash Ursa's face in.
Or someone else's. These leather straps have been cut, as if they took the armor off someone.
That can't be. Her body is lying in state in Meridian. I saw it.
You said she was unrecognizable. Maybe they switched another body into her armor, someone around the same size, and mutilated it enough, so it could have been anyone. Even Ursa. Go back to Meridian. Take another look at that body. If it's really Ursa, of course I'm wrong. But if I'm right...
Then my sister could be alive. I'm going. Meet me back there when you can.
For his sake, I hope I'm right. Otherwise, I just told the man to dig up his sister's grave. Okay. I think next we should get that last tall neck. And after we get that tall neck, I think that'll be a good place to stop the stream. Okay, so gotta get down there. Ah, yeah, there. Elevators. So I'm pretty sure that's what these things are. Elevator. This is really cool. But that new civilization has this level of engineering technology. That's amazing.
For a fair price. I've got all the best goods here.
Buy what you need, leave the rest. My family might still be alive.
Buy what you
And you're going to stand here and do nothing?
Tell me what happened to your family. Maybe I can help.
By the sun, I fear they are all dead by now. I barely escaped alive. Machines. Vicious machines attacked my family's estate. Father sent me to get help.
What kind of machines? Where did they come from?
A Ravager. By the sun, how it cut down those guards, and a pack of watchers came with it. The Sun King warned us that he could no longer protect freeholds beyond the valley, but the father never saw this coming.
Tell me more about the estate.
My father owns a dozen quarries, and he's put his spoils into the estate. Fine tapestries, custom woodwork, silver fixtures.
But what about the people there?
Of course. Their lives are all that matter. My father and sister, plus a dozen guards and servants. I hope they survived.
Well, I'll
see what I can do about the estate.
You will? Oh, thank you.
I just gotta climb a giant giraffe first.
Those machines were deadly.
Well, yeah, to you, but not to me. Ravagers and Watchers? Just knock off the Ravager's cannon and everything's cake. There we go.
This must be Ranamon's family estate.
Oh, well, okay. Since we're here. Ayla goes, stuff bows and arrows, just let me go bird. Well, there's the Ravager. Watcher. Done. Hey, there's somebody there. There's a survivor.
Let me out! Can you hear me?
Hey, you're not dead.
Oh, thank you. I didn't really believe anyone was coming for me. I think everyone else is dead.
Tell me what happened when the machines attacked.
There were screams. I came running. The Ravager ripped through the guards like dolls. My father pushed me into the larder. I heard him kill a watcher. Then, blasts from the Ravager's cannon. Silence. I tried opening the door, but he'd locked me in.
He saved your life.
And I'll never be able to thank him.
Do you have any idea where the machines came from, or why they attacked so suddenly?
We've been seeing more and more machines around here every year. That's why my father hired more guards. But they've never attacked like this before. I have no idea what caused it.
stay here. I'm gonna have a look around.
I will. I need to take a moment with my father.
I'm not going to stop using wall hacks because the game gave me it. And it's kind of integral to the plot. Okay, so investigate the estate. There's... There's nothing there.
I need to get in there and look at that thing.
There's a door.
Locked. There must be a way in.
Find the workshop key. Workshop key.
This should get me through that door. That device is sending out a signal. Could be what attracted the machines.
Well, let's break it.
Okay, that should cut the signal. But someone put this here to call on the machines. And kill everyone on the estate. I found a lure. I think someone might have put it here deliberately to draw in the machines. Did your father have enemies?
Ranneman. My brother. First there was gambling, then stealing, then extortion. He swore vengeance when my father kicked him out.
It was Ranneman who begged me to come. He needed the machines cleared out to claim the property.
We can't let him. That murderous snake.
Can't let me do what, sister? Claim my inheritance?
We shared a crash, murderer. Have you no honor?
I guess not. But I will have this estate. When you meet Father in the next life, tell him I'm enjoying his money. As for you, this little device will summon more machines. A lot easier than killing you myself.
That is what you call karma, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, so you know what could help? Aside from fire arrows. The Raptor cannon still has some shots left. Oh, not anymore. Mr. Wadquist, that was cowy. Fucking Glenhawks. Oh no, my poor horsey. There we go.
I'm glad there are good people like you in the world. Helps to make up for scum like my brother. My father was always generous in his gratitude. A family tradition I would like to continue. Take this. I hope it will help you in your travels.
Bum-ba-da-dum. And we continue our journey south toward the last tall neck. That isn't DLC.
Picking up another signal. The tall neck that's sending the signal.
What I want to know is, why does the environment go from like desert just a few miles north to lush jungle-like environment? Sawtooths. A grazer.
Keep quiet now.
Operation Hail Hydrate. Alright, everybody, take a drink.
Clever.
Yeah.
Nice. Do a good hunt.
More Sawtooth trophy.
I need to find a way after the tall neck's head.
Speaking of Sawtooth. Congratulations. I don't know if that's a permanent unlock or if it's just for this stream, but ah, 24 hours. Okay. Well, still, at least you have it. Ow, ah, fuck. Okay, fine. I'll climb up a different way. God. Alright. I think this is a good spot right here that I can jump off of.
I should be able to jump
Yep.
onto the tall neck from here.
And it's guarded by my personal own long neck. Bye-bye, Watcher. Shouldn't have come looking. Uh-oh. Stalker! Well, I can deal with the stalker later.
Alright. Now I just have to reach it there.
Yesterday you won the pirate gang go hunting, huh? Well, I saw you, or the pirate crew on the Discord forming up, so I figured, you know, maybe that would be on the stream, but oh well. It would have been fun to see. Okay, there's a stalker somewhere around here. And I need to kill one for a trophy. Oh, well. I guess I did need to kill it. Ha ha! Success! I win! Alright, we're gonna go to a campfire. Oh, you fought the Kraken? That would have been fun to watch. We're gonna go ahead and save. And call it a stream. Alright, so next time we will head to the Borderlands. Not the game, but the place in this game. To help Erend, or to further Aaron's quest to find revenge for his sister. Maybe even find out if she's alive, and if so, rescue her. I'm going to be off tomorrow, and then Thursday we will be streaming Ace Combat 7 multiplayer stream. It will be at 3 o'clock p.m. Central Daylight Time. So I don't know what that would be for everyone else. I know for a fact that Sly is going to try and join in, be one of the players. Like I said, if you want to join in and be one of the players, DM me your PS4 gamertag. If you don't have PS4 or just want to watch, you're more than welcome to. But it's going to be a celebration for the fact that I got affiliate. So, hope to see you all then. Until then, take care, everybody.